Wat Kwian Hak. Wat Kwian Hak. Located at 11 Ban Kwian Hak Klung Plu Road, Village Number 7, Kwian Hak Subdistrict, Klung District, Chanthaburi. Wat Kwian Hak was formerly known as Wat Chong Lam. It is an old temple that is over 400 years old. What indicates its oldness is the old ordination hall with shapes and patterns built by Ayutthaya artisans built around 2130 BC. Let's say built after Wat Tapan Noi for 5 years, in which the Yubozo of Wat Tapan Noi was engraved in the year 2125. Together with evidence of records reporting the history of Wat Kwian broken to the religious department that it was allowed to set up a temple on the 20th month of August 2130. The restoration of Wat Kwian Hak shows evidence that Kun Fra Jinda Framrit, the sheriff's position at that time, had written in writing on the wall of the old Yubozo that Fra Jinda Mana Sahiran bought Suwan to cover the 2 amulets. With the outflow of assets to repair the Yubozo by assigning thousands of fractions as desired, may your wishes be fulfilled. Panyeong, Samprasong, Panathan. Nirvana. The legend tells of the history of Wat Kwian Hak. It is worth noting that Wat Kwian Hak was built before the second loss of Ayutthaya, 1767, and the temple was built in 1587 for 180 years. King Taksin. It was expected that this was the time when the army was raised to attack the Junk Merchants Club at Thong Yai, Trat Province. From the evidence of the meeting of the 65th Chronicle region of the Thonburi Chronicle Fantanumat, Annam, edition, and from the stories of the oldest people in the community, they are Uncle Wichan Wao Sawang, 85 years old, and Uncle Kun Bamrungwang, over 80 years old. Both of them used to ordain as novices until they were Buddhist monks. At Wat Kwian Hak, since Father Wan, Fra Kru Fithik Sutkin, was the abbot, so he could tell a good story. Once upon a time there was a monk from Bangkok. Along with one record he traveled according to the recorded words to find traces of the remains of objects in the records. A broken wagon, according to records, was buried at the foot of the mountain. One wooden swan, lacquered and gilded, and one wooden elephant. It turns out that they found a swan made of wood lacquered with gold, but in old condition, damaged because of moths, and found a wooden elephant, but not found a broken wagon buried at the foot of the hill. The record said the broken wagon is a wagon in the army of King Taksin. The load of gunpowder arrived at the foot of the hill. Then the wagon was broken, and the wagon was buried at the foot of the mountain. There are traces of the army of King Taksin's army. That is, quite a large number of Phra Yad Thong Buddha images were excavated, made of clay, later damaged because of improper storage. And an ancient pond believed to have been digged by the god Taksin for the army to drink and use. This pool is still in use and has been used since ancient times and has water all year round. There are also traces of deep water trench connecting to the sea where large ships can reach the front of Wat Kwian Hak, which is now a small canal, where seawater can flow in, and near this pool in the past, this pond used to be a water source used by Nong Chim and Khao Nong Kron communities. And other places run boats to carry water at this pool for use. From the legend told, this community was named Wagan Hak, and later Wat Chong Lam. The name was changed to Wat Kwian Hak. Ratanakasan art. Fra Kru Thawarn Thamathat. Fra Kru Fithik Sut Kun. Fra Wan. At present, the old Yubozo, Wat Ween Hak, has been restored to remain in its original state quite completely. The west gable has a Ramayana pattern. The eastern gable has Tep Phantom pattern. The window arch has paintings of the Buddha's history faded over time, but still see the floating of the paintings on the walls. The cause is due to the weather conditions of the terrain.